Well, good afternoon. Welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be talking about two things that I have been observing in the last couple weeks. Number one is that we do have a lot of public servants coming to us very excited about buying a home. But one of the trends that I notice is that if the client doesn't get into a home within 2 months, most likely they will not get in a home for another year or two. And the reason being is that then if they didn't get in a home in those 2 months, then all of a sudden they have to increase their lease probably for another year. And one of the main culprits of a client not getting into a home is that clients end up being extremely picky once they go into a home. And they justify it by saying, well, I don't want to get into any home. I want to get into a home that I like. One of the videos that I have here, I spoke about making a list of 10 things that you want. And then after you make the 10 items, go ahead and pick the 4 that are the most important one for you. If you find a home that has all 4 of them, make an offer. Otherwise, you're not going to get into a home. And a lot of times I feel that the client wants to get into their first home, they want to get into forever home. And most likely, I would say about 99% of the time, your first home will not be your forever home. There are obviously some exceptions, but in the majority of the cases, this is not going to be it. A lot of times too, I have clients coming to me saying, well, the reason why I want to buy a home is because I want to invest in myself. But then we give them the opportunity to invest in themselves and get into a home, yet they don't get into one because they're trying to find that forever home. So if you're a first-time home buyer, what I highly recommend is watch that video that I have that talks about how to build a list of the most important things for you and make an offer on a property that is matching all 4 non-negotiables that you have. The other thing I want to talk about today is the fact that I'm starting to see rates go down. Now, that might be good news. But the other trend that I saw is that there is an uptick on the number of public servants coming to me asking for us to help them get into a home. So we will see this trend. If we continue to see a slide on interest rates, there is going to be more people trying to buy a home. If there is more people trying to buy a home with the low inventory that we have already, prices of the home are going to go up. And if you are walking around with, let's say, a pre-qualification letter that has a lower interest rate, it might be null just by the fact that now the properties that are out there are more expensive, and you will notice that there will be people who are going to be overbidding again. So please take advantage right now that you can if you're pre-qualified to get into a home as soon as possible. Again, I'm not saying that you should get into any home. Make sure that the home actually matches the 4 or 5 most important needs that you have, your non-negotiables, but do not look for that forever home if you are a first-time home buyer, because you're not going to find that home quite yet. And it will not be your forever home. Life changes, and you will at one point perhaps get promoted. Your family might increase, who knows, and now need a new home. I wish you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I'll be talking to you next week. Have a wonderful day.